Mission Accomplished is the third episode of Transformers Animated Season 2 and 19th overall, originally airing in America May 3rd, 2008. In it, the team are planning to go home again. Meanwhile, Starscream's back. Shenanigans ensue. The episode title is a reference to George W. Bush giving an address in 2003 in front of a sign that says Mission Accomplished about the Iraq War, which was nowhere finished. This is the first appearance of Ironhide in animated, voiced by Corey Burton, and he's getting pummeled by cons. Due to the Earth team reporting about Megatron, this might accidentally have supported more cons come out of the woodworks. But they haven't also given enough evidence that there are cons on Earth, so pack your crap, we're leaving.
You'll get the chance to tell your side of the story in a public inquiry.
You mean a court-martial?
If word gets out that Megatron is still online and the Allspark is destroyed, it will create panic among our fellow Autobots and embolden the enemy.
But the truth is...
It's our duty to quash these rumors once and for all. Understood?
That's a pretty heavy subject matter for a show from 2008. Falsifying records for the greater good to not cause panic. So just like in Lost and Found, now Autobots are leaving, and now Sari has literally lost everything in her life. Sentinel literally bribes Optimus to take the fall, and he'll sneak his way back into the Elite Guard as a favor from last episode. Also, Sentinel's ear thing, we only see one in the scene when we should see both. Optimus says nuts to that, but then Sentinel puts him under house arrest and shows off the stasis cuffs. Meanwhile, in Garbage...
After all my loyal stellar cycles of... wait.
So, presumably the cons literally threw him out? Or is it the funnier idea that they literally just left his body and the trash bots just took him out? Like, they didn't want to, melt him down to make sure he was dead or take his null rays? Meanwhile, the cons successfully have signal blockers. Now, Sumdac, invent intergalactic Wi-Fi so we can call our friends. Meanwhile, the bots are trying to get Fanzone in his bathrobe to adopt Sari, because he's literally the only adult human they know other than Prometheus, Meltdown Black, and Nanosec. Also, if you look at Fanzone's character sheet, apparently this is also a branded, bathrobe. He has an F on it for Fanzone. A tiny detail that you don't see in the episode at all. Back at the Elite Guard ship, Goldar and Rito Revolto dig under the force field, and instead of planting a bomb, they steal the communication thing from the ship. It's called a tachyon transmitter, which sounds like a thing from Star Trek. The hole was literally right in front of the ship. How did the Elite Guard not notice them? Starscream does notice them and follows them back to base.
Behold!
Starscream, you're alive.
What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Reference to G1, but because the existence of sparks, it actually makes a lot more sense. Anime!
Couldn't lead a parade.
He doesn't turn monochrome, but he doesn't have a spark, so I guess he's dead, so Lugnut and Bloodswing literally yeet him off the side of the cliff. But it's shown why Starscream came back to life is because he got an Allspark fragment in his nose. They set up the thing, and Megatron calls all Decepticons to rise up and all that socialist stuff, something something, Linkin Park meme.
Behold!
It's too dark.
Behold!
Nice moon.
Behold the true jerks!
So one bomb.
I think I need another approach.
So after dying 5 times, and 4 of which were during the course of 1 week, he decides to use that Allspark fragment to find another. So after debating with Optimus for several days, the Elite Guard find the Allspark fragment attached to a train. Magnus literally says transform and roll out, so I guess it's just like the Autobot motto. Also, given the rest of the season, this really should be turning the train into a new Transformer. No train bot love. But Optimus notices something. Above the train is G2 Shattered Glass Thundercracker. Sentinel says hold your horses, and Optimus says square up. Optimus flips Sentinel, who does an almost Wilhelm scream and accidentally handcuffs himself, showing off that the stasis cuffs just freezes people. With the fan zones. So how do you feel about Fortnite?
What?
Because I'm really into it and I need like all these new skins. Can you please buy them for me? I'm also going to need a new phone. I haven't had an upgrade in a year and it's getting kind of old. And can my girlfriend, Professor Princess, stay over tonight?
This is why I hate kids.
The rest of the team are alerted to what's going on and they head out. The Handstones try keeping up, possibly breaking a few traffic laws, but he's a cop, so who cares? As Starscream laughs to himself that the train is also rigged to explode. He's playing on Megatron to go get it. As he's flying over with Blitzwing, the deserts of Detroit. Literally flying over Starscream, somehow Starscream doesn't notice them. As Ultra Magnus and Jazz try removing the shard just to get blown off. The Earth team gets there and Prowl severs the front of the train as Sorry tries using the key to take the shard out. And it works, but oh no, Batman begins! But they prevent it and give the shard to Magnus. But Magnus isn't too happy about Optimus evading orders and doing this. As Blitzwing and Megatron reveal themselves to Starscream, Sentinel somehow unhandcuffed himself and got to the scene. And that's like what? Starscream's sixth death? He gets back up and immediately one-hits Magnus. He takes the other shard and just walks home, I guess. Optimus takes lead of the situation and has Sentinel try to get shot, as Optimus sneaks around and cuffs Starscream and someone places a plate over his mouth. So Starscream of all bots can take down Magnus, but the Elite Guard are going to leave the Earth team with no reinforcements, but they'll give them a bunch of stasis cuffs and task them to collect the Allspark fragments. Meanwhile, the Decepticons, they have a double agent on Cybertron. Ooh. This is a great episode. We said the cons are slowly developing other things, Starscream being around as an immortal, and the plot point of collecting Allspark fragments and collecting the Decepticons are all set up well. Starscream is still in action, but we won't see him for a while, as well as setting up a double agent on Cybertron. Overall, this probably could have just been episode 1 for the season, and I'll talk about Ironhide's design when we see his full body, but 9 out of 10. Let me know your opinions down below, subscribing and commenting and all that YouTube stuff.